This is such a beautiful palette. I am excited to talk about it today. Hola mi gente, it's Mariluz here and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the James Charles palette from Morphe. I'm going to show you swatches, I'll be creating a look with it, and I'm also going to give you my first impressions. So let's get started. So right from the start, this palette looks gorgeous. It comes with this insert which has the names on it, but it looks very nice, like if it was a rainbow. So you got like your red and oranges on the top, and then you have greens, blues, and purples on the bottom, and then in the middle you have these big pans, which should be like your most used shades, which you have for highlight, for transition areas, and for like to deepen up the eye look. It is a very big palette. It has 39 shadows, but this palette is amazingly big. Like for scale, I'm gonna put like my forearm right here. You see how big this palette is? It's amazing, but it's still very beautiful. I really enjoy it, and it's like very pleasing to the eye. Now they are selling it at Ulta and Morphe for like $39, but you know, you are getting 39 shadows, so it's like $1 per shadow, which is not bad at all. Now when I first saw this palette and it released, I was like, I need this palette in my life. But let's face it, I'm not that kind of person that loves colorful looks. I mean, I try to branch out here and there, but I'm more like a neutral girl. So when it comes to my normal makeup routine, this palette can be quite intimidating, especially if you're not into colorful eyeshadow looks. But I do like that you can still create like neutral, warm eyeshadow looks, you know, like you have some neutral colors in here. And if you are feeling creative or want to branch out, this is your palette because it does have so many colors for you. So I do like the packaging of this palette. It comes in like a white box, and I have it right back here. This is the palette that I'm going to do as a giveaway. It comes in that box, but when you open the palette, it's like a black, it's a matte black, and then the name of the palette, it's in a glossy black, which stands out. I mean, the only thing that I've noticed with the packaging though is like if I have my sweaty hands or like if my hands are wet, you can get your fingerprints in it. It's not bad. I really like the packaging. Now I think I'm ready to swatch this baby up, especially this color right over here, this purple color. This one's called Artistry, and guys, it just calls to me. It's so beautiful. I'm showing you a close-up because it just draws attention to me, although it does look like it's maybe a little chunky, who knows, but it has like some purple and some shift of blue in it. I really like this color a lot. Okay, so starting with the first row, we have Canvas, Ring Light, So Good, 518, Rusted, Halloween, Wig, and Tea. My first impressions about these swatches were not that great. I felt like my fingertip was a little grungy, you know, while swirling my finger into the pan. It didn't feel as smooth as I would think it would feel. But I mean, they're okay pigmented. 518 was a little bit harder to swatch. I thought it was a little patchy, but it seems that kind of shade that will blend nicely on a crease. So I'm just gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. Now moving on to the second row, we have Punch Me, Sister, Mary, Literally, You're Kidding, Shook, Boutique, and Betty. This row was similar to the first row. I don't have a major critique on this row, but I also can't find any shade that had like a wow factor. I still feel like they're a little bit in the more dry side of the spectrum, but I still think I won't know for sure until I use them on the eye. Now on the third row, these are the big pans. We have Flashback, Face, Tune, Quote James, 10% Off, No Beans, and Spooky. Now in this row, I started to feel like, okay, we're getting there, you know, I'm liking this. I believe Face is a beautiful highlight. Tune was surprisingly pigmented, at least for me, you know, in my opinion. And then the other ones were really nice. They were a little dry, but it's not something that will put me down or like I feel disappointed. Now on the next row, we have B, Guac, Hello, Playground, Brother, Artistry, Love That, and Pinkity Drinkity. Now when I started swatching this row, I felt like, okay, now everything makes sense. I do like the pigmentation of these colors. You know, it is a colorful palette, and I do believe, you know, you will have that pigment while using this palette. Now I do have bad news. Artistry let me down. I thought it was going to be like a more chunky, glitter, pigmented kind of shade, but it seems more like a topper than anything. So I'm very worried to use it by itself, but I think like as a topper, it will look nice. Now the shade Love That, oh my god. This one was a wow factor. I really love the pigmentation of this shade, and I kind of want to create a look with this one. We'll see, but I did love it. I did love that shade. Now for the last row, we have Social Blade, Daddy, Cape Cod, Cola, Acapella, Escape, Single, and Skip. And these shades were also very beautiful. I did like the pigmentation. The shimmer shadows look very nice. And then Skip reminded me of Barbie. So if you're a girl that likes those kind of colors, I think you will like this color very much. Okay guys, so at this point I have been playing with the palette for a little while and I came up with this look. I think, you know, it looked really nice, so I do want to recreate it for you guys. I also used two different type of primers. I used the paint pot on this side since I think from James Charles himself that these shadows work better with the paint pot. Now mine, it's really dry. I really have to buy a new one, but I was still able to build a base for this shadow and everything looks really nice. Now on this side I did use my normal Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I do want to see how these shadows play a difference, if any, with a concealer base. Okay, so to create this look, I started with this pink color right here. It's called Pinkity Drinkity. I'm going to blend that on my crease with a Sigma E40. You're going to notice that it barely shows on my skin. So what I do is I really tap my brush into the shade and start building it little by little. And now I'm going to take the shade Love That, which I really love, and with the same Sigma E40, I'm going to place it on my crease and I'm going to blow it out. So far I don't see major differences on blending. They blend just as well with the MAC paint pot. So now I'm going to change my brush. I'm going to use my Sigma E25. It's a more precise blending brush. I'm going to pick a tiny bit, tap the excess, and I'm going to be building the crease. So now I'm going to take this purple color called Escape. I'm going to use a really dense shader brush. This is the E20. This is a short one, so it takes me a while to build it, but it does pick a lot of pigment. Okay, so far so good. I did have a little bit of fallout with the purple, but it's because I'm picking too much pigment on my brush. So it's not really the shadow's fault. It's my, my technique. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pick my finger and use the shade Artistry because I do want to use it as a topper. I'm being very aggressive with this color. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do like this eye look. I feel like it just makes me feel like a mermaid. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did my face makeup and now I'm going to finish up my lower lash line. So I think I'm going to use the color Love That and I'm going to blend it. Okay, so now I'm going to smoke that color out. So I'm going to take a different brush. This is my Sigma E25. Now I'm going to take a flat liner and I'm going to take the purple shade. And if you want to blend it out, you can do that as well. Now to highlight it, I'm going to be using this shade right here called Ring Light. Now I'm going to set up some mascara. It does look better with lashes, I'm pretty sure, but I'm lazy today, so we're going to just set up a little bit of mascara. It's time to highlight, and I want to use this highlight right here. It's called Face. Okay, so far it's a very subtle one, but flattering. It is not glittery. It looks mostly natural, so I do like it. Okay guys, so I really like this look. I hope you guys liked it as well. I enjoyed using the palette a lot. I think more than I thought I was going to enjoy it. When I first got it, I thought I had like a creative block. But, after I sat down and played with it for a little while, something came up to me and it was okay. So if you're someone who likes collecting makeup or likes to play with makeup, maybe try different colors, different techniques, this is the palette for you. I still think this is a great palette even if you are not so drawn into colors, just because it's nice to have in case you do want to explore. Sometimes we go into the warm shades, the neutral shadows, because that's what they sell us. Let's be real, but it's always nice to have your options open, and I think this is the palette for it. Now, like I've mentioned before on my channel, I did buy this palette because I did wanted to buy the Urban Decay Spectrum palette, and I didn't miss out on that, and I'm glad that they came up with this one. So yeah, so far so good. If you guys want me to give you like an update on it or make other eyeshadow looks, just let me know in the comment section below. It will be my pleasure to play with it more. But I think that will be all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions and demo of the Morphe and James Charles palette. it. Don't forget you have a chance to win one of these palettes. I have that one right back here in the background. Giveaway is still open until December 24th, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is in the description box below so you can enter. You only have to be a subscriber, and I'll be announcing the winner December 25th on Christmas Day during a live stream. Now, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!